started.
Good evening and welcome to the 2014 NFL Draft. Thank you to NFL fans around the world for your tremendous passion and support throughout the year. Tonight we have a group of season ticket members right down in front of us, so congratulations, thank you for being here. As you all know, these next few days are important to our teams, our players, our coaches, and in particularly you, the fans. So let's get it started. The 2014 NFL Draft is officially open. The Houston Texans are now on the clock.
The Texans have handed in their pick. The pick is in, as the Rams have already been on the clock for 20 seconds. And the Rams do know who the pick is already, because once the pick is phoned into New York, it's transmitted to the next team on the clock. And their phone could be ringing right now in St. Louis, as our ears will soon be ringing with the name of the first selection of the 2014 draft here in Radio City. We're told
where's the commish? Let's go.
He's going to get up there in less than a minute.
Wow.
You think it's Clowney, Mike?
I do believe it's Clowney. And for me, I've had Mac number one for 3 months. I think he's a great fit in Houston, so if they do trade down, there's an option there, but all day long, I believe it's Clowney, yeah.
Says the Rams have less than a minute to go. The commissioner's going to get up there. It's going to be the Houston Texans, who lost their last 14 games of last year. They started 2-0, then lost their last 14, which is how you choose first overall.
This has to feel like deja vu in a sense, the fact that they're making his first overall pick, and it's the same type of guy. I mean, when the stats went up, it was amazing that the stats mirrored each other.
They went with Mario Williams over a quarterback who is from the state of Texas in the draft. Let's see if they do it again now. Here's the commissioner with the first overall selection of this year's draft.
With the first pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Jadeveon Clowney, defensive end, South Carolina.
So the tears are flowing.
6'5", 266 pounds. He's got 34.5-inch arms, and he ran a ridiculous 4.53 at 266 pounds. This kid is explosive. He flashes in every game. And what I try to tell people is when he woke up this morning in a very nice hotel room, he was the most talented defensive lineman on the planet. But really, the knock on him is that he's not always consistent. We're going to go to our own Hall of Fame defensive lineman back in Los Angeles. And Warren Sapp, you've been openly critical of this young man. What do you have to say?
I don't have a problem with him being the number one pick, Mike, because when you look at him on tape, you see those spots and those flashes that you talk about, and you understand why he's so special. And he's a rare talent, and the only thing you got to do is look at his measurables. You don't find a young man that big, that fast, that strong every day. He's a once every 15-year talent. He's the number one player. Houston has their work cut out for him, getting him in that 3-4, pairing him with J.J. Watt, and letting him go after Andrew Luck, because that's a task.
With Super Bowl aspirations, yes, but wound up being 2-14 and able to select Jadeveon Clowney, number one overall. Brian?
I see tears, man. Explain your emotions.
Man, it's changed my life, man. I've been wanting this dream forever. And it's finally here, man. I appreciate it. I'm going to go out there and work hard for the Texans, man. Do everything I can to help the program.
Did all the naysaying and the hating bother you?
No, sir, man. I know what I can do on the field. I'm just ready to go ahead and prove it to these guys that's doubting me and just go ahead and work.
Playing with J.J. Watt, is that a dream come true?
This is great dream, Coach. I've been watching this guy since I've been coming up for the last few years in college. I'm just ready to be beside him and get to work.
What did Mama say?
Man, she's excited about this moment right now. She's overwhelmed, too, with me.
God bless you, man.
In March of 2012, you're looking at the Rams draft party. A minute and change to go, Marshall Faulk. They might trade the pick. The question is, do they? go ahead and select somebody to protect Sam Bradford, somebody to help Sam Bradford out in terms of a weapon, or do they choose somebody to replace Sam Bradford with this pick?
The beauty is, when you listen to Jeff Fisher, he said not 1 or 2, 6 to 8 guys fit their pick. And it has to be something RG3-ish to get them out of that pick. And I don't believe anyone is going to give that up. So I'm going to say this. If you play in the NFC West, it's one thing you must do. You must win the line of scrimmage on offense and win the line of scrimmage on defense. And if you watch last year, at times, they struggled on offense to win the line of scrimmage. Greg Robinson would fit here when you think about what they did with Sappho, paying him, kicking him inside. If Jake Long can be healthy enough to where he can come back and start week 1 for them, you put Greg at right, Jake Long at left, you're going to win the line of scrimmage. The big boy going to win the line of scrimmage. I watch him dominate at Auburn. I love what he brings to the table. 328 yards per game is how much they rush for in college in the SEC.
And Sam Bradford now, if this is Sam Bradford, you're putting him on the hot seat, or we're saying this has to be the year he steps up. Do you get him protection, or do you get him a Sammy Watkins or a Mike Evans, somebody that can go and get the football out of the air? They have to be thinking about that. You know, Teron Austin last year was a great fast player, but not that every down receiver they need. If you're going to put the guy on the block, get me some every down guy to catch that pass.
And there's Ty Burrell of Modern Family, big-time Rams fan, who is sitting at the Rams table.
Which one is he?
He's the one in the middle.
Otherwise known as Phil Dunphy.
That's right. Phil Dunphy is going to select this pick. Mike, with 45 seconds to go until the commissioner's up there. Yeah? Your thoughts? Your thoughts with 40 seconds to go until we hear it.
What Marshall said about the division they play in dictates to me what this pick's going to be. Robinson's 332 pounds. What's really intriguing is they've got a guy named Joe Barksdale, who's their right tackle. They might even take Robinson and play him inside for a year or two before they kick him outside and protect from the inside out. Trust me, physicality wins in that division, and Robinson fits.
And again, this is the last first-round choice of a trade that was made 2 years ago. Let's hear who the Rams have selected. Second overall, their first of 2 picks tonight.
With the second pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the St. Louis Rams select Greg Robinson, tackle, Auburn.
6'5", 332 pounds. Mother's Day weekend, wrapping those 35-inch arms around his mom.
I love it.
Isn't that awesome, Michael Irvin?
I love that part of this show, man, on this weekend.
Every time I'm here, it takes me back to my draft and that experience. Yes. It's the best reality TV there is. The best.
Look at the picture. That's awesome.
A dream's coming true. This is actually, you're watching these guys dream manifest into its physical reality. Every kid started out saying, man, one day I'm going to get an opportunity to play in the NFL. And this kid right now walking that walk saying, boy, this is the reality right now.
Hey, Marshall, take a look at him, okay? First tape I put in, Orlando Pace. That's the first guy I thought about.
Just think about this. If you are a left tackle going to an organization, there's no shortage of advice you can get from Jackie Slater and Orlando Pace. My God. There's a wealth of information on how to be a dominant left tackle in the game of football. Listen, I'm happy for him. And watching him play at Auburn, he's going to fit in with the kind of person that Jackie Slater is and the kind of person that Orlando Pace is, that when those three sit down, when they're at...
He is right now in the toughest division in the NFL.
It's time for him to be welcomed to Primetime, presented by G5 Primetime. Dion?
The number 2 pick in the draft, big fella.
Speechless. It's a blessing to be here. Thanks for St. Louis for giving me this opportunity. I won't let y'all down.
Did you ever doubt it?
No, sir, I didn't. I've always been confident, and I'm confident in my game, and it won't change.
You've come a long way from Thibodaux, Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
What should we expect from you in the NFL?
My all, 110% of Greg Robinson. Nothing less. Promise you.
Back to you, Rich. I like that
very
ball
much.
pick, though.
It's the first time ever a Jeff Fisher team has taken an offensive lineman in the first round. We are taking a break. When we come back, the Jacksonville Jaguars pick. That is Lydia Robinson rocking a new lid.
Get it on Mom.
Welcome back. The Jacksonville Jaguars. That's Dave Caldwell making the selection for Gus Bradley and the rest of the Jacksonville Jaguars contingent. He's on the phone with somebody. The pick is in. Mike Mayock, your thoughts?
Look, I've been all over the Khalil Mack pick here. I was in their building for 12 hours last week watching tape with their coaches. I know them pretty well. If it's not Mack, think about a quarterback whose name is not Johnny Manziel. Okay, and I don't know this for a fact, but I know how they think, and he fits their profile. So if it's not Mack, don't be shocked if Blake Bortles goes right here.
Well, why he would be staying in the state of Florida. All right. A little bit of intrigue for the Jacksonville Jaguars fans out there.
Oh, this place is rough.
With the third pick in the 2014 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Blake Bortles, quarterback, Central Florida.
Well, there you have it. The first quarterback in this draft selected is not Johnny Manziel. It's not Teddy Bridgewater. It's a young man out of the University of Central Florida who's going to join the AFC South this fall and try and do battle against Andrew Luck and the rest of that division and have to avoid Jadeveon Clowney coming for him twice a season.
I was in their building last week, and Gus and Dave were in Gus's office. They heard me come in. The secretary announced me, and I could hear Gus going, and Dave, we've made up our mind. It's going to be Johnny Manziel. And they had big pictures of him up all over the wall, but it was Blake Bortles the whole time. They believe in this kid. He's 6'5", 232 pounds. He's got a big arm. He reminds me a little bit of a young Ben Roethlisberger. Very strong. He climbs the pocket. Our Hall of Fame quarterback, Kurt Warner, what do you think?
Well, I just say, Mike, I'm a little bit surprised that it was Bortles over Manziel with the first pick. But like you said, I think he's the prototypical pro quarterback. He's a guy that plays the game very well inside the pocket. Like you said, can climb the pocket, can make all the throws, can take some hits. And they've got some work to do in Jacksonville. But I think he's a great piece to build around, and he plays the game the way I believe you have to win in the National Football League. He's got a ways to go, but I think they can grow together as a team.
Prime, take it away.
Hey, this guy is extremely excited, man. Is this a shocker to you?
You know, I don't know. I came in with no expectations. Just happy to be here in New York, and now I'm pumped to go to Jacksonville and compete, and do what I can to be the best I can be.
But when I saw you walk out that draft room, you were smiling from ear to ear. You gave a shout out to one of your homies who's by the stage. So this has to be somewhat of a shock.
Yeah, it's just, it would have been a shock if I was 1 or 150. It's a dream come true, and I'm just so excited.
Congratulations, man. Back to you, Rich.
So.